Hey Judith, how's it going?
Hello. Welcome back.
Welcome back to, as you put it before we hit recording, our season finale.
Yes.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Totally. So, for
Nice.
everyone jumping in on this episode, we already recorded a whole bunch of episodes before. I don't even know how many. 10?
I
10
think this
episodes.
is episode 11, which is wild. I
It
think
is absolutely wild.
because we were planning, I think, on 3, maybe 2 or 3 episodes. Here we are,
Yeah.
episode 11 and counting.
I honestly didn't anticipate us to get all the way to number 11.
No,
Right?
me neither.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, we set out to build a virtual bookshelf as a demo app to show how easy it is to create a super bare bones React app with Supabase, how to store data, and to show that you can go beyond a clickable prototype on something like Figma, for example, just to have something more interactive to work on with your customers, for example. So you're not stuck in static images and click dummies. And today we want to finish this effort and also talk about the future. But we're going to do that at the end of the episode. Before that, we have a couple more things to do. Judith, I'm going to share my screen and maybe you can
Yes, go ahead.
already walk us through what's still open to be done today.
Yes, absolutely. So, basically, what we did last time was this cute little star rating component. Maybe you can quickly show that. Yes, exactly, that one. So we have our books, and books can have a rating from 1 to 5. And before that, we just had like a plain number input. But we wanted to make this interactive star rating component. Yes, exactly. So that's what it looked like before. And now here we have replaced the rating number input with this star component where you can hover and click and thus leave your rating. So very, I don't know, I guess Amazon style or any kind of online shop, I would say. But so far we are only using this component in one place, and we want to, I think we already have it in its own component, but we want to move it to its own separate file and then reuse that in other places. So for example, in this edit dialog, yeah, and also on this overview page where we have these like black outline stars right now, we also want to show the yellow ones.
Cool.
And then what else? Maybe clean up the UI a little bit. So right now it looks a little bit messy. It's not really clear where one book starts and another one begins. So maybe we can like tweak the UI a little bit, make it look pretty.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Hey, so as you mentioned, we have the component here already. I think one aspect of this whole thing that we can resurface for everyone, including me. So there is this mode when the component loads, like this now, where it just shows you 5 stars if the rating is 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as you hover this thing, it kind of snaps into a new mode
Yeah.
where you get to, well, first of all, you get visual feedback by how many stars you are going to assign to this book by hovering, right? And then if you click it, it goes back to this display mode. How did we do this again? So we have
you
this is
click
editing
it-
prop, right?
Yes. Wait, give me a second.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm
I think
literally
it
also.
goes back to the display mode as soon as you kind of stop hovering.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to click it again. I think clicking is...
Yeah. No. Like as
Yeah.
soon as you click, it updates the rating. but so I'm wondering, just because before we jumped onto the episode, Judith suggested to, as you mentioned, to extract the component and also use here. And for this, you said it would be cool if it doesn't have this interaction because it's just for display. And now that we're looking at the component again, I was wondering, how did this is editing prop work again?
Yeah. So if you look at the book details dialog, where we are rendering this star rating component,
Star rating component, yeah.
Yes. So
Correct.
basically we are setting the is editing rating prop on hovering, and we are unsetting it once we stop hovering. It's kind of,
super easy,
that's it,
actually.
I think. Yeah.
And then, so if you're editing, so the mouse entered the component, we set this to true and pass it down to the component. And where we use this is only in the class names, because we're doing this hot trick where we're using the new has selector, CSS has selector, right? To know that we want to fill every star, like we want to update the fill color of all the outlined stars up to the one that you're hovering and all the preceding ones, right? So that is this hot piece of code. I encourage everybody to steal that. So that basically says, does this have an adjacent sibling that is being hovered? If so, fill it with the color. And I think that is pretty nuts that this is possible. So like this entire effect that everything is filled up until the one that you're hovering is kind of only this, which is
that's wild. Yeah.
We can totally unpack this a little bit more if anyone's super interested. And then we say if we're not editing, and the key, because we're going 5 times, right? Like we're making sure that we always have 5 stars, and that's our key. So if we're not editing and the key +1, because it starts at 0, is smaller than the filled stars prop that we pass, which is just a number, then we say fill it yellow. So if this is a 4, it will go up to the 4th one and fill that with the yellow color.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect, okay.
But I'm wondering something, which is the is editing prop, right? Do we even need that as a prop, which we pass down to our star rating component, or could we just move this whole use state thing into the star rating component? Do you get my point?
I totally get your point.
So
I was also looking at another thing, because we have this update rating function that we're also passing down as the on click star. We're passing update rating to a click on the star. So that happens, and this is editing thing is editing rating. I don't see why that has to be in here.
Yeah, exactly. So basically the filled stars and the on-click star, these kind of come with database interactions, I would say. Because the filled stars is the value we kind of get from the parent component, which is the rating that's saved in the database. And on-click star eventually will change the value in the database. So with that one, I don't think it makes sense to move it into the component. But what I'm wondering is if we could move this whole hovering magic into the component, especially if we want to start reusing it now. Then we would have one less prop to pass down, and we could also avoid having to repeat this whole on mouse enter, on mouse leave logic. Otherwise we would have to do that in every place, right, where we want to use a component.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a very good point. Let's do it. Right?
Let's do it. So
how do we
let's
start?
see.
We grab it into its own component.
Yes, let's just see what we do first. So we have this like enclosing div here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we have to move that one down. So let me...
Do we even need it? Like, I'm wondering if we need the div at all.
Yeah, otherwise, can we do the hovering on the figure, maybe?
Toads. I don't see why not.
Yeah, right?
Really, yeah.
Then let's just move this part here. Into this component.
Cool.
So we will remove this prop. And then this will be is editing rating.
We can kind of even make it more simple and just rename this to is editing, because we're in the rating.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'll go grab the
hover
event
stuff.
handlers thing. So that goes here. The rating stuff goes out. And then we can just skip on this entire div here. Oops, sorry. I think I broke it. No, it's fine. Cool.
Is it still working?
Oh, I just have to remove the prop. We don't have it anymore on the star rating. Awesome. Let's see.
Looks good.
Totally still works. Yeah, so that was very nice.
Cool. That's better, hey? Nice. Then next I would probably just move this component into its own file.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not really related, I would say, to the book details dialog.
Yeah. Nice.
So maybe we just kind of grab all this.
I mean, we're not even exporting it yet. Like,
exactly. We could export it
sometimes.
from here.
Exactly.
It would be the same effect, but I don't know. Later on we might ask ourselves, like, why are we importing it from book details dialog?
Whenever I use that sort of shortcut in real life, it usually it might be a day, but usually it's later during the day where I realize just put it in its own component, man. It's gonna be, it's like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna export it here. All right, and then we probably just have to change the import in this component.
Oh
Or
yeah, we have those two
at all.
imports.
Okay.
Are you doing your command : shortcut thing?
I don't think it's working properly in
No?
in the code sandbox. So we'll do the.
But I love that
manually.
shortcut since you taught me that. Like
It's so good, right?
before I always went up manually and started to import this, that, yarf, and now I just go command : and it does it, and it's so nice.
Yeah.
I think you had a default export.
Yeah, but then it should work like this. Oh yeah, it does. It was just slow.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
we're maxing out our virtual machine on Code Sandbox again.
Yeah, on my end, it complains all the time that I'm at 98% CPU. I don't know why. It's really not rocket science what we're doing.
Maybe for our next season, we can actually pay them some money. Let's see if they start to be a little bit friendlier with us.
Unless they want to sponsor us. Hello.
Exactly.
I'm getting a bunch of errors.
Yeah, I think we're missing a whole bunch of imports in the component itself.
Of course. Yeah,
you know,
I completely forgot about that.
So we have state, we have the star icon, we have our CN function, the class function.
Oh yeah, I should have just moved the imports.
Can you do that? Is there a shortcut for that too?
No. But I just deleted them from the other file. I should have just copy-pasted them over.
Boing.
Anyhow.
Okay, what's still going wrong? Is something still going wrong? Oh yeah, use state is not defined.
Use state.
Is it not?
Did you not just import that? I can't see it. Like my code sandbox is not updating anymore.
Oh. I thought I kind of did. Yeah, it feels like something is not updating correctly. Right?
Yeah, weird.
Let's see what our dev task, I don't know, maybe we just, restart that thing. Let's see if it, oops, what did I do? Okay. Open preview. Oh. What's happening, Code Sandbox? No,
so
but it's still unhappy.
See all your imports in the file. It's very strange.
Okay, yeah, see, so maybe, let's see, let's hold on. Let's do this again. Star rating. Yeah, they're just not there. Why the hell not? Can you see it now when I'm typing?
Now I can see something. Yeah, I just updated the editor again. Now I can see what you're doing at least. Okay.
Oh, but now it tells me that that the file is newer. Can you maybe hit save?
Yes, I just did. So
awesome. So, and now it works again.
What's going on now?
Very cool.
Okay.
All good, all good.
Now.
Yeah, we have to do something on that front. It's kind of annoying.
Infrastructure struggles. But this is looking good.
Cool. So next step.
Put that in the edit dialog. What do you say?
Yes. Awesome.
Or add. I think we have one component for add and edit, which is good.
So we have our form dialog here. And we have our form field for rating right here.
Nice.
But so I think this is going to be interesting still.
Yeah, it's not super straightforward, right? What we do with the whole updating stuff.
Yeah, because we don't have a field. Do we have a field?
Let's browse through the component and see what we are doing. So first, of all.
Hmm.
How does this component work? So basically, if we pass a book to our form dialog, it's going to be in edit mode, and otherwise it's in add mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Okay, so basically, let's just... Question is, do we also wrap that in a form field?
Yeah, that's my question too. Because, what we're doing is that we're giving it the sort schema, and rating is just a field, right? We just have a string field here for our rating, but in our star rating component, we're kind of passing in a function that updates a state, for example. So we're kind of, this doesn't know what number it's going to deal with, right?
Yeah.
So
what I'm thinking is it might work a little bit differently in this form dialog, because basically in this book details dialog, we are making the request to the backend as soon as we click the component. But here, maybe we want to make the request only once we click the update book button or add book. Right?
yes,
You get my point?
absolutely.
Yes. So
Yeah.
maybe what clicking the stars will do is not really making a request to the database, but just kind of updating the form value.
Yes. That is.
What do you think? Is
I
that the
think
way to
that's
go?
Absolutely genius.
If you think about it, it would be confusing. For example, if you add a new book
Mm-hmm.
and then you kind of click on the stars, we can't make a request to the backend because we don't even have a book yet.
Exactly. No, let's
So-
do it. I think that's perfect, because then we have it in the form, and we can just we don't have to change anything about how the form is handled, because it's still just sending the rating field and its value, only that it's not like a visible field anymore, but we can kind of just turn it into a hidden field or whatever. Right? Because then we can still just pick all the form values, and we just have this one state that kind of controls the value of the hidden field. Right?
True. So do we make this input hidden now? Is that what we're doing?
I think so.
Wild.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I just say hidden? Yeah, I can. And then
Think so.
maybe let's...
It's probably, we don't need a placeholder anymore, and we don't need a type number,
True.
right? We don't need the form label, for example. We can totally kick out the label.
Do we not maybe want that? Do we
Oh.
have a label in our star rating component? I'm not sure. But
I don't
maybe
think
we
so.
want one, right? I don't know.
Oh, do you think we can chuck the star rating component just right in the middle of the form item? Why not, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Let's
sure. I tried
try.
putting it below, but we can... Let's try. But do we... form item or form control? You mean form item, like so, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's try.
I think so.
Add import. Nice. Okay, now the filled stars are gonna be, I guess, either.
Well, it's gonna
Wait,
be
what's-
the. So, the question is, this whole hook form thing controls the state, right?
Yeah.
It holds the value, basically. So what we kind of we want, I don't know, is form control? Is there in here, the field does that, or like this field probably has the value, right? That was
Yes.
spreading into here.
Yes.
So
I think
seems like field.rating might be the value.
Field.rating? I don't know. I thought it was field. Field.
It at least looks like that when you hover over field.
Field.value. That's what I can offer.
Really?
Maybe it's that. I don't know.
That makes a lot more sense too.
But that is, of course, a string. So I guess maybe we have to... basically.
Cast
So
that
it
to a
can-
number.
Yeah, so I think we can do like parse int.
Yeah.
But it can be undefined.
Yeah.
In which case, I guess that would be the add book case, right? Because then we don't have a
Exactly.
rating yet. And in that
Yeah.
case, we simply want 0, right? Because we want 0 stars. Fit,
Oh, I see.
right? It's like
Mhm.
my...
For me, it's complaining. I think it doesn't like the notation. I guess. Yeah.
What if we
Exactly.
do it like that?
Oh.
No? Also no. String.
Mm,
I'm not giving up.
well, maybe parse int doesn't want. Yeah.
This is so ugly.
How about like, I mean, we could also go field value question mark.
I mean,
And
it
then-
worked now.
It did.
Yeah, it was
That
ugly,
was-
but it worked. But field, yeah, why not? That's cool. I like it.
I think it's old school.
It's
I'm
a
old
bit more
school. Yeah, yours was definitely a little bit cooler.
Nice.
Rook.
Okay, so now on click star,
Yeah.
update rating. Maybe in our case, let's call it update rating value or form value, because we're not making the request just yet.
Sure, yeah, exactly. So I think I'm wondering
Yeah.
if we can now, if there's a way, because field is coming from hook forms and stuff, right? Like, what's the correct way to update this value now? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, what we can definitely do, I think, is form dot set value, I think.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Rating? I think so.
Oh my god.
And then
dude, I'm so
in
happy that you-
there, value, string, or undefined. In there, it would be, what's the value? Well, field dot value, right?
Well,
I don't know.
really? No, because I think here we need our extra piece of... Bleh. Hold on. How do we know what the new value is going to be? So,
Right. We don't.
so in our star component,
Yeah. It's, yeah,
aha,
complete.
aha, no,
Yes,
we
we
pass
are
the
missing-
yes, so, perfect.
Alright, so we are getting... Why is it not complaining, by the way, that the onClick star function does not satisfy our constraints? I don't know. Because it needs a parameter, right?
It does, and we even typed it that way.
Star index. Ooh. So we're gonna set a value to the star index we are getting back from the star rating component.
Yeah.
But now, for some reason, it's not complaining, but I think it should be, because oh no, now it is complaining, because this one we now have to turn back into a string. Because we're in form land. I'm not loving the whole number string situation.
No.
But we're prototyping.
Exactly. It's
very slow. But
it's super slow. CPU usage 100%.
But why?
But you know that it's actually here.
Nice.
And it's actually updating the stupid value. Look at, sorry, swearing. Look at this.
Love it.
You just made it work.
Wow.
Awesome.
Can you try saving it?
Absolutely. So culture code has 5 stars now.
Yes.
So good. But
cool. And did it update somewhat nicely in the UI? Like, did you have to refresh
it totally did.
The page? Oh,
Yeah, no, it did. I checked it. Does the new thing also work? Puts a 5 here. 3. Add book to library. 3 stars. Amazing.
Hey.
But the form field is still here.
Hey, you said it's
so I don't know. Does hidden work on this input thing from UI input?
Right.
Well, it should put it on here. Why are you still showing? Oh, did you know this? Wow. Look at this. Like, if you get out this crosshair, it jumps to the component that you're clicking on. How cool.
Nice.
This is actually not what I want, but so I kind of want to know if the hidden prop, it is on there. So why is it not being hidden? Because it's display flags on it. Like we have a conflict in the cascade.
What if it should take tailwind stuff, right? So what if we what's the tailwind syntax for display none? Just none?
I think hidden also.
Hidden. Oh. Let's try that.
Is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Nice. Yeah, I think the prettier thing to do would be we're putting the flags on here. That's why it's overriding the default browser behavior here. And we could totally check the props if we have hidden in the props and only conditionally apply the flags. I think that would be a little bit cleaner,
Oh, yes.
But not in prototype land. I don't care.
Not in prototype land. It's working.
So
we like it. Nice.
Hey, job done. Bang.
Nice.
We can add an empty book too. Book title.
Great. Well done, us.
Yeah. We're the best. But it works in new and in edit, which is cool.
That's perfect.
That is very cool.
Small thing that I'm just going to do. If you go to the book details dialog, we still have this random rating number floating around. If you just click on a book and open the dialog. Yeah. So
let's kill that.
Exactly. Let's just remove that.
Good call. Yeah.
And then I think
Nice.
the last thing we wanted to do is display these like black outline stars, right, on the overview, also with our yellow stars.
We also have a double headline in here.
Why? Where is it
I
coming
think because
Ooh.
I think we're just having this. I think this kind of happens automatically. Yeah. Right. I think we just used ChatCN a little bit. We didn't use it right.
All right.
But it's cool now.
Nice. Yeah, that looks better.
Cool.
Cool.
So where do we go?
So I think we talked about this briefly, but basically on the overview, we don't want the stars to be clickable, right? Because that would also be kind of a click event conflict, because we already have like the book component clickable. So
Exactly.
here I would love to make the star rating component read only. So just display the stars, but not give them a click handler.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
maybe we can go to the star rating component and kind of give it an optional property is read only. I'm gonna make it optional so we don't have to change it for all the other components that are using it.
Oh yes, please.
Read only. And then, so if it's read only,
Yeah.
what do we want to happen? And why is everything red again? Ah, no, because we don't put the type in there. Like that. Scusi, my bad.
I want this so badly to be like this. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in that
Oh,
case...
I think we have our book component.
We have
Whoop.
what?
We have our book component.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, we have, I guess we kind of just chuck it in here. Right? We kind of go star rating. Oops. Rating. Import it. Close that thing. And then you
Yes.
said, what did you call that prop? Read only?
Is read only.
Yeah. And then we give it the filled stars of rating.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I think we have to make the click handler optional too.
Right. You are absolutely right. Because right now, because we're not doing anything yet with the is read only. You know what? We might not need the is read only. It might be implicit when we don't pass a click handler.
Ooh. I like that even better. Okay. I'm gonna
Right.
remove
So
it.
let us just make... So the filled stars, we always need them. That makes sense. Let's just make the click star function optional. Then it will give us, I guess, a bunch of errors.
How do we have, like,
So we could, I mean, what we could do in the on click is basically if not on click star, return. Look.
Yeah.
But I guess it would be even nicer to not have an on click handler in the first place.
Can't we just, like... Oh, but it has to be undefined, right? Like, what? So I was wondering why we even have this. Like, can't we do this? generally?
Yes.
And then
But
say,
now on click star. Yeah.
you know, like this. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Why not? It's not.
I'm kind of guessing, I have to say.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Really?
I would.
I'm kind of wishing that this works that way. Like it's.
Yeah, why not? Let's try it. I mean.
Oh, you know, but we still. Well, we have to kind of turn off the CSS behavior too.
I think we maybe can just do the same thing for the on mouse enter and on mouse leave events.
Oh, yes.
What do you
So
think?
you mean we do this, we can untangle this like that, and then
Yes,
say
so.
on click star,
Mhm.
like no, if
Yes, exactly.
if that, then okay, do it. Otherwise, undefined.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Yes.
I don't know if that's working.
That is a super, super good idea. So like that. Let's just steal this from here. Beep. Undefined. Undefined. Let's see. So awesome.
Nice. And one tiny little change. No. I was complaining about the pointer cursor, but that's completely right that it's still there because we can click the book.
Yeah.
We can. Oh.
Got lucky on that one. Yeah, that's very good.
Nice.
I think from a UX designer's perspective, I would say that we have a little bit of a conflict in the affordance now, because here you can interact with the yellow stars,
Yeah.
and here you can't. So if we, transitioning into our season 2 discussion, we can totally, just have the stars be a little bit smaller and still just black on white, for display purposes. And then when they are actionable, they can be yellow.
Yeah.
Or the other way around. I kind of don't care. But so I kind of think I'm very happy with this result. Like we set out to prototype this, and I think this is where we are now, right? Like you can add new books, you can edit them. We even have like a little nice interaction going on here, which is very cool. All of that updates through hook forms and onto Supabase. Sure, it's 11 episodes now, and we learned a lot along the way, but I think if you look at the code now, it's super reasonable, and there's many patterns that you can just steal for your own prototype. Like a lot of this stuff is totally prototype land, right? Like whenever we update a value, like we're not managing every like the data in the background individually, and we're not keeping a cache or whatever. We're just calling the database for the new data, including the one we just added, and just, call it again because we don't care. Like we're not Amazon. We're our own little virtual bookshelf, right? And so I think I'm super happy with this.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Like, how do you feel you did?
Yes, I'm very happy with it. I think UI-wise, there's many things we could improve. There was also this idea of kind of implementing a more shelf-like structure.
True.
That's also something we could ponder. But I think this first season was really about showing how the different components, I don't mean UI components, but more like the components of our tech stack work together. And I think we've seen that really, for example, Shadcn works super nicely with Tailwind. Superbase works super nicely with React and front-end developers who don't want to do a lot of back-end coding. So I think that was the goal here, and we made that work, and that's pretty sweet.
Exactly. So, what does that mean now?
I think it leaves us with so many options for how to continue. So I think this is really like a good closing point for season 1, because the goal was to create our little CRUD application, and we've done that. And I think from here there's so many ways we could go. So one option would be to really go all in on UI and UX, like fix all these little things we talked about. For example, like you said, with the stars, they still look kind of clickable, even in read-only mode. The UI, it's not ugly, but it's not going to win any prizes, I would say, at this point. So that would be one option. The other option would be to make it more production ready, and even there we have different options. So right now it's like a classic single-page application using just React, no server-side frameworks or anything. So we could say we kind of embrace SPA land and really showcase how to make a single page application production ready. That would mean, for example, using React Router, React Query for caching the queries, because right now we kind of have to do all of that manually, which is a bit annoying. Or we really take it one step further and try to turn this into an SSR application with something like, for example, Next.js or Remix. And it could be a nice use case to try with a super simple application like this one, to see how difficult is it really to turn an SPA into an SSR app.
Absolutely. And I think that is a state that many teams might find themselves in. But to reiterate this question, I think, so Judith and I are working on a project where we're going full in on Next.land, like all of the stuff, like React server components, server-side actions, like the whole new shebang. And so we're delving into that anyway. But I guess, so Next is huge, of course, and other server-side or like other meta frameworks are on the rise also, of course. Generally, I think I'd be interested in hearing if anyone has an opinion, like if they are stuck in, we only have a single page application right now, and we're even struggling to do something on that, and we can't kind of migrate onto a meta framework. Or are you in this situation and you're actually looking to take the leap into something like Next, right? Like, and that will be like a huge transition. Looking at our file structure now, we're kind of just have like a components folder in source and are going YOLO, like whatever. Yeah. And Next is doing stuff like, well, it has like a brand new routing system. It has all these server components. It has opinions on how you set up styling. It has opinions on how you handle data and how you refresh, all of that sort of stuff and so on. So it would be, that would be two very very interesting approaches that I'd personally be open to exploring. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. So I think we have different ways to go from here. So yeah, it would be nice to get some feedback, to hear what would be kind of interesting and useful to everyone. Yeah. And then, I guess it's back to the drawing board and we come up with a nice plan for season 2.
Exactly.
But so far, I feel like we're not going anywhere. So yeah, this is nice. Season 1 in the books.
I love that we're still doing it, Judith, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
Just to recap, like, we got to know each other from a relatively random LinkedIn comment, right?
Yeah.
And you're still setting out to really settle down in your freelance career, and I think did the absolute right thing and went straight to working in public and all of that stuff. And I mean, that's the only reason we know each other. That we're up to episode 11, and we're starting to work on real things together, and we're motivated to do a second season and all of that. And not to toot our own horn too much, but I want to encourage everyone watching this to just do the same, because it's at least I think for me it's a boatload of fun, We do this every Monday. And it's such a cool format to be more accessible, to write like work in public, show that you're transparent and that it's okay to make errors too. I mean, we did so much stupid stuff during this season.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
I love it. I hope everyone out there is also looking forward to season 2, and if you can, totally want to encourage everyone to, just go for it. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I would second that. Just kind of start hanging out with cool people. I think that the point is maybe also that we didn't have any expectations really going into this, so we were completely open to where this would go. And I think that was really the key here, because if you start these kind of collaborations and you expect to, I don't know, somehow monetize it after 2 or 3 weeks, I think that kind of sets the bar very high. But if you're just open to meeting cool people, that can really be super fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know how many people watched which video. Like, I don't even check. It's, I don't know. I'm happy when we do an episode and when I get to tell all my teammates what we did today and what we stumbled upon. And
totally.
So nice.
Cool.
Perfect. We'll be back with season 2.
Yes.
If you have an opinion, please voice it. Like, tell us what you want to see after all this. Also, if you don't have an opinion on the specific topic for the future, but any other sort of feedback, please let us know. We're happy to steer the show into a new direction if there's any meaningful way being suggested. And with that.
Yeah, totally. And nothing is off limits, I would say. So there might be like good ideas out there that we haven't even considered. So if you have like a completely different idea where we could go with this, please let us know. Yeah, and otherwise,
awesome.
See you soon, I hope.
See you, Judith. Bye.
Bye.